In this video, we will be talking about the rm command. Obviously, we need a way to delete files from time to time, and that's what the rm command does. Rm stands for remove, and it deletes things. Let's just create a file here. I'm just going to use touch to create a file, call it my file, and then I'm going to delete it. Rm my file. Hit return. You notice I got no feedback on that. I didn't get asked for a confirmation. I didn't get anything said that, yes, my file was removed. And that's sort of a general Linux philosophy, at least from the command line. If you typed it, you meant it. Linux isn't going to gratuitously ask me, hey, did you really want to do what you just typed? It's going to do it. Another thing to point out from the command line using the rm command, there's not a trash, there's not a recycle bin. When you say delete, it's deleted. It is gone. There's no easy mechanism to get it back. That said, on some systems, I think primarily Red Hat based systems, and I don't know if it's for all users or if it's for root, but there are certain conditions where they actually do have rm aliased to a version that does ask for confirmation. And let's do this again. Let's create my file. What they really do is they say, well, whenever you say rm, you really mean rm minus I. I says, I want to be asked about things before I delete them. Now rm is asking me, do you want to remove the file called my file? And by the way, it's giving me a little extra information. It's telling me that that file is empty. Did I really want to remove that? Y for yes, and then otherwise it's exactly the same as the regular version. Getting asked is no big deal for, one or two things. It might be just a little bit annoying. But imagine you had a lot of files you were deleting. Maybe you have hundreds of files, and I've been in this situation. It starts asking you about every single one of them. That's pretty annoying. So we're going to look at that situation. I'm going to go here to a directory called dir1, and I've just put 10 files in here. My file 1 through my file 10. Notice that it sorted them 10 follows 1 because it's sorting by alphabetical order, not by numerical order. And I'm going to type rm minus I, and I'm just going to give it a star. Star is a wild card, and it means everything. Delete everything and ask me about it. And so I get asked, do you want to delete my file 1? Yes. Do you want to delete my file 10? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And this is what happens. You just start typing yes all the time. You blindly say yes, 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 and then you end up trying to type a command called Y, and then the shell says to you, Y is not a command that I know anything about because it doesn't exist. Just an example where it can get annoying. Now, I exaggerated a little bit because 10 is not really that bad, but imagine it with 100 or 200. I'm going to show how to get around that if you face that situation. Here's another directory, basically the same setup. It has 10 files in it. This time I'm going to use rm minus f star. And the F is for force, and it means do it anyway. Even if you wanted to ask me, the answer is yes, do it, delete it. And there are some situations besides the just I want you to ask me on all files. There are some situations that we'll get into when we talk about permissions where you will get asked about deleting a file. And the minus F says don't ask me. Even if you need to ask, don't ask. The answer is yes. So I do that. That's just like the very first version, except now I just deleted 10 files with no feedback. They're gone. Be careful with rm. It's very powerful, but it's also very handy.